Hey Scorpio, welcome to the Guiding Chariot. This is going to be your weekly reading for the first week of October. This is going to be a general reading for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. House rules still apply. Take it as it resonates. Don't force any of the messages. Anything that doesn't fit your situation, leave it on the table. Just wasn't meant for you, my lovelies. Alright, so Scorpios, I am kind of framing this particular reading about the full moon in Aries coming up on, I believe, the 1st. I believe it's Wednesday. It's just been on my mind a lot, so I think it's something we really should talk about, especially with Mars in retrograde. You know, that's really affecting a lot of our drives, our energy levels, our motivations. Some of us, it's making our fuses really short. So with this full moon, emotions are heightened, especially in that field, wherever, you know, your Aries is in your chart. So, almost had a jumper. So I want to see what is coming to you during this full moon. All right. It's so neat. They just fell in a little pile. What did we get? Full moon in Scorpio. So hey, look at you, already present in the reading. Time to release some negativity. You also have a full moon in Pisces to balance spirit, to balance spirituality and practicality. So, two water signs, obviously your own and Pisces. We're going to pull some more oracles, but I will say off these two, Scorpio, it feels like there are some emotional blocks right now. And as a Scorpio moon, I can relate. Sometimes we, definitely can hold grudges. We can hold onto that poison for a very long time, even if it means we're just poisoning ourselves at that point. And I think that, honestly, that's what's kind of happening. And this doesn't even have to be something we're completely aware of or conscious of, but there may be some hurts. There may be some, I'll just cast a wide blanket, emotional blocks that really, I don't even want to say that they're necessarily blocking you, but I think they are weakening you in a way. And I say that in the sense where if you have so much energy and devotion to this grudge, or if it's taking so much of your energy and putting into anger or frustration, or wasting time on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or that was so unfair, and and especially if this was something that's super old, that definitely happened and is really over. We just haven't stopped thinking about it or replaying it, or how we felt then is affecting how we behave now. All those types of things. This is a time to really let that go. This is a time to really bring awareness to the fact that, one, it's not serving you. It's not helping you move any closer to your goals. It's not letting you move on with your life. All you're doing is sitting and brewing and being mad at someone. They don't even know you're mad, or they don't even know that you are spending this time, pretending to murder them in your mind. I don't know. Lord knows I've done that. Lord knows I still do that, if I'm real honest. But this is really... And honestly, with this Aries full moon, that makes our tempers a little shorter, that brings up all these emotions. This is probably a big part of why you're going to experience what's happening, because it's trying to bring it to your awareness, and you can really be like, why do I still have that? Is that even doing anything for me? There's really no point. I don't even talk to this person anymore. Why am I still mad at them? And really, just, you can write all those things on a paper, light it up, and just be done. Like, I let this go. I don't need it. Take this spirit, do some grounding with the tree. It's one of my favorite things to do, and just kind of visualize it. You can stand or you can sit, but I'll sit on the ground next to a tree, leaning on a tree, and I just kind of picture, anything being kind of absorbed from through my back into the tree, and then taken down to the roots and neutralized, in earth with Mother Gaia, and just you take care of that. It needs to go. Thank you so much. And just neutralizes all of that, especially for you to remove these blocks. Let's see what... Oh! We had some people slide away. Hold on a second. Oh. There we go. I was like, I'm not taking all of those. Get you guys out of the way. Well, if you needed more confirmation, release, setting yourself free. right? We don't need to be hindered by any burdens. We don't need to hold on to anything that doesn't belong to us, doesn't serve us. Just let it all go. Put on Frozen and have a Idina Menzel moment, right? You know, and even as I look at this card, granted I'm looking at it upside down, you can kind of see there's these little butterflies kind of radiating off of her. Butterflies, beautiful, you know, animal totem of transformation and change. You guys, I mean, Scorpio, you're all about transformation. That's kind of what you do, right? So this is about transforming that darkness, that poison, that hurt, and turning it into light, turning it into energy you can use that will help you, that will aid in your growth and development and your progress, versus, you know, just kind of stewing in that venom. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do we have for Scorpio? Oh, I may have to cut these. I always forget how big this... Nope, there we go. I always forget how big this deck is until I start using it. I'm like, oh yeah, you're huge. All right. So, literally, first card on the top, Three of Air. This is the Three of Swords. Emotional pain, heartache, right? Some of you, this could have been surrounding a breakup, right? Or separation of some sort. We have the Three of Earth, so double threes. So threes may be important for some of you. And it's funny, these energies almost stand at opposition of each other, because you have one about heartbreak and separation and sadness and pain, and then you have one that's collaboration, coming together. That's kind of the border you're sitting on, right? So we're trying to shift you from this energy of feeling hurt and, you know, possibly alone and isolated, and bringing you to this space where there's collaboration, where there's teamwork, you know, where there's partnerships, right? And we also have two pages, Page of Earth and Page of Water. So this could be obviously two people. You could totally be the Page of Water as a water sign, so it could be dealing with an earth sign. This may be a partnership where there's a lot of potential for growth, because remember, pages are kind of the most naive and the most childlike of the courts. So someone who, you know, is obviously probably going to be a little more emotional. Definitely could be someone who, you know, is psychic or has some spiritual abilities, right? Reads tarot, anything. This is definitely someone kind of intact. I said intact, but that's not what I meant. But, you know, connected to, you know, a spiritual practice or having faith. This Page of Earth, someone who's slightly more grounded. I do feel like this is a pairing, though. So Scorpio's out there looking for new love, looking for partnership, whether it's romantic, platonic, business. This, I keep looking at this, and it keeps giving me this idea that it's a pairing, right? And I think a lot of this hurt, you know, if I can be honest, is blocking this union, whether it's because, you know, one of you is holding on to this pain and it's causing you to react a certain way, which is keeping this union in separation, whether this is someone you know, right? Because the Page of Cups, a lot of times that can speak to someone coming back from the past. So you may have beef with this someone, but this could be very twin flamey, where, you know, you were together, you're in union, something happened, now you're in separation, healing has happened, and there may be an opportunity where you can come back together, but the pain has to be released, or at least talked about, discussed, processed, and healed, so that this pairing can come back into union. Because I keep looking at these cards, and I don't even want to talk about them individually. I want them to be a unit. I want them to be one, right? So it does feel, you know, Scorpios, there could be an earth sign involved here, right? And if not an earth sign, someone just practical, very down to earth, you know, probably a little more humble, possibly a little more reserved. But this feels like a pairing, right? And, you know, so it doesn't have to be an earth sign, like it doesn't have to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Definitely could be. But again, the key is, and it doesn't even have to be someone that you know. You know, I'm just picking up on that because the Page of Water can speak to someone, you know, that something's already happened, right? There's someone from your past. So, especially if you have been thinking of someone, and that someone You know, if it's like a love-hate relationship maybe, or the connection was so strong, but something happened and you were hurt and everyone was mad and things were said. You know, there may, oh, look at that. Okay, so definitely could be someone from your past with the Six of Water. This will be the Six of Cups, so definitely could be someone from your past. We could even be talking about children, right? Because the pages in the deck are depicted as children. Six of Cups can sometimes talk about children. But there is something from the past that definitely needs to be healed. And I think it is in connection with a relationship. Whether it's preventing you from moving forward or this relationship is coming back into union. But this healing needs to, regardless, either way, this pain, this hurt needs to be healed before we can move forward, especially if we're coming back into union. So I would say if an opportunity presents itself, this is a really good omen to take it. But again, use this full moon to release that pain, really process what it was that hurt you. You know, what's the benefit of holding on to that? You know, what did we learn through that moment? Because there probably was a reason. You know, it may have been that you two came together and both of you, right? If not one of you, both of you were too immature, being pages. So you had to separate, right? Evolve and heal and grow a little bit more before you came back into union. So the vibrations were a better match. You know, everything else was right. Look at that. And then we get the Sun card. Oh, there's something else in there. Okay, well, Sun card. I can't make it any better than that. And the card underneath it was the Five of Air, which is the Five of Swords. So this is the light and the love and the positivity overcoming this conflict, overcoming this argument, this debate. You know, one of you, I almost want to say it was one of those things where it was like, both of you just had to get the last word in, or no, I'm right, no, I'm right, I'm right. And it just became that the argument became more important than the relationship. And we never want that, right? We never want that, especially when this connection is genuine. And I get it, we get in a moment, we get heated, it's a thing, we blow up, we say things we don't mean, and then we, you know, just have hurt feelings and walk away. This is a major moment of healing and release, and there's so much positivity around this to block out all of this argument and all this conflict, right? So it's time to heal, it's time to let that go, my lovely Scorpios. Literally, I look up at the camera and it was 12:34, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just part of the journey. It's the next step, all right? I'm going to wrap up your reading there. As always, Scorpios, I'm sending you love, wishing you the best. Use this full moon to really let go of these past hurts. Anything emotional that really is just kind of keeping you stuck and just makes you kind of replay this loop, right? We want to come into union, not, you know, keep ourselves separate, especially for something that, you know, now as we look back, wasn't really that important, right? All right, my loves, take care. I'm sending you the best. As always, thank you for all the love and support that you send to me and my channel. If you like this video, I'd appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated, what you're going to do for this full moon. I'd love to hear it and share it with everyone. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We get together every week and talk magic and crystals and tarot and all this fun stuff. But if this is where we part ways, take care. I'm wishing you the best. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Scorpio.